Yay!
Hello.
And welcome to poo or not to poo. Today we're going to be talking about how to poo and how not to poo for people who have constipation and diarrhea. Right, number one, stools. So I learned this from a book called Gut by Julia Enders. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And basically, humans, way back when we used to live in the wild, we used to go to the toilet while squatting, right? So if you think about it, the angle is very different from the angle when you're on the toilet, which is a 90-degree angle. And basically, what she says in her book is that our intestines aren't fully open when we have this 90-degree angle on the toilet seat. So if you squat and make the angle a little bit smaller,
More acute.
more acute, it actually opens up your intestines and your anus, so everything comes out more smoothly. So to solve this problem, while not having to squat on your toilet every time, you just put a stool. So you buy like one of those stools like kids use to like reach the sink or whatever, or people like me to poo. You can also just use like a shoe box if you don't want to buy one, or anything that's box-like. As long as it's more than a 90-degree angle and your knees are higher, then you're good.
Do not read. Do not read on the loo. 2 reasons. First of all, it means that you're not concentrating on doing what you're there to do. Second of all, you're spending way more time on the loo than you should be spending on the loo, and that can lead to hemorrhoids. And
if you do want to read anything, magazines that don't have a lot of text, things that like relax you, so nothing that's like stressful, like gossip and drama, all that stuff, don't look at that. Magnesium citrate. So this thing kind of saved my life way back when. When you're constipated, it's because you don't have enough water going into your stools before they exit. So when you digest food, you intake water, and then you're supposed to put more water back out. So if you don't drink enough water, the water will just stay in you because you're dehydrated. So drink a lot of water. Try half a magnesium citrate pill first, because one might make you really give you diarrhea. You can get them over the counter at any pharmacy or drugstore, and they're in like the vitamin section. Don't take them for more than 5 days straight, because that could really irritate you. It's not good for you. And also talk to your doctor before you start taking them.
Wonderful. Savlon. Savlon is a really common unperfumed moisturizer, and it's great for if you've been struggling to go to the loo and things might get a bit sore. You just smooth it on, and
everyone knows that feeling.
Yeah, and everyone,
even people without IBS,
they know how it is after curry, whatever. So and then it'll leave your bottom as smooth as a baby's bottom.
Okay. In terms of diet and stuff, just quick tips. Have more fiber that comes from like green vegetables rather than fiber that comes from grains. So when you have grains and popcorn and things like that, that does have a lot of fiber. So you'll see like 3 grams of fiber. Oh, that's great, you know. But if you don't drink enough water and if you don't have enough like fiber from vegetables, then it won't go through. It's just gonna get stuck because you have this big bulk trying to like move along, and it will only move if you have water or other things pushing with it. Yeah, chia seeds is great. I learned this from the woman who helped me get on the low FODMAP diet. Basically, take a tablespoon of chia seeds the night before, put them in a glass, fill it with water. Doesn't matter how much, whatever. The next morning, you'll see that they had become like this kind of jelly thing. Drink that, and it's amazing. Like, really helps you go to the toilet more. Yeah.
They're not just for yummy mummies and hamsters. Yeah. Chia seeds are real.
Yeah.
The hype. Believe the hype.
And you can have as much as you want, and you're fine. So it's not like a medication. It's very natural. With exercise. So when you're constipated, don't do anything too rigorous. So when you're constipated, you have everything kind of stuck. So if you do things like running or very intense workouts like sprinting, weight training, all that stuff, it's gonna make things go really, really fast, but then it'll just irritate everything. So will work in the long run. You'll go to the toilet, but not exactly when you want to. And yeah, so what I recommend is doing more calming exercises, because also when you're doing like running and stuff, it's a stressful thing for your body, and it's very hard on your stomach. So the stress kind of prevents you from wanting to go to the toilet. You might go like later on. If you do things like walking, yoga, Pilates, that gets you moving, but like slower, more relaxed.
Now, not to poo. Okay, So just on the topic which Christina's just been talking about, exercise. So when you start doing something like running or walking, obviously it's great for your body, and in the long run it's really helpful because it makes you feel happier and calmer. But if you're having a loose day, by which I mean all the diarrhea in the world, feeling loose, then you should be really careful, because when you're running or walking, it gets things moving maybe a bit faster than you anticipate. So have a plan B, know where the loos are on your route. McDonald's they're always very accommodating. So that you don't get caught short. So if you really need the loo and you're in a rush, don't run, it'll make it worse. So give it a break.
Caffeine and alcohol, they are both irritants. Just do not drink coffee. If you have IBS and you're fine with coffee and you know it's fine, continue. But if you have been having coffee and you haven't made the link yet, it's really bad. Alcohol is a huge gut irritant. So try to limit yourself to 1 to 2 drinks, because after that, just makes you want to go.
Yeah.
In anyone, pretty much.
Yeah. And also experiment with what alcohols trigger you more. Some people find the acid of wine worse, some people the bubbles of beer. So it's really, you have to work out for yourself a bit.
Yeah, I can't have like fizzy drinks like champagne, prosecco. I don't like them either, but yeah.
I don't even like champagne. I don't even like, I'm too fancy. I don't even like it. Dried fruit, just like, if you're feeling loose, do not eat dried fruit. It just scrambles everything up and forces it out the other end way too fast, and yeah, it's no good. Mint. So mint is a bit of a laxative, and if you didn't know that already, things might be starting to click into place.
Like me today.
Yeah, you were
I
just like,
found out. I was like, what?
Now I know.
Thanks for watching, and next week will be things we wish we had learned earlier.
Things we learned the hard way.
The hard way. Yeah.
So we'll see you there.
Thanks. Bye.
Poo well.
Oh, I thought it was long.
Poo long.
Poo long.
Fuck.
Poo well and prosper.